Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And in this video, I want to show you guys what some of the PC interface looks like and what to expect. So I'm using a PlayStation 5 controller. You are perfectly fine for using an Xbox controller. But apparently, if you try to use an ROG Ally X, customization is not the greatest because you cannot actually customize this. And if there is a way to do so, leave a comment down below because I'd like to hear about it. I tried to change the controls on my ROG Ally X and failed miserably. Now with that said, you can see that there's different button things like triangle for the information on, various things. You could also hit X to select it. So if you want to hit Battlegrounds, you can hit X. I'm not going to actually do a Battlegrounds live on the controller because I'm just going to get wrecked. But just to show you guys what some of the stuff looks like. And also we could show off the side quests here. So you can see I already did all 5 chapters of that. And getting in and out of menus is pretty easy. If you want to go into the thing, hit the share button on the PlayStation. And you can get to the main menu. So like we have a bunch of crystals here. So R1 and L1 will press over. For the purpose of this video, let's go and open a 5-star crystal for you guys. So press to open, you hit square, and that throws it right in the wheel. So unless you want those cool Pokemon animations, you're going to have to drag it with your mouse, and then it'll probably work, but otherwise you got to press. And then once again, hit the square button or X to stop if you're on Xbox. Sounds are kind of glitchy, but Infamous Iron Man is a solid 5-star to get. And you can see that the PC UI is very impressive compared to mobile. Like, it really makes you wish that they'd bring this interface over to mobile, especially if you have a higher end device. Even if they have like low, medium, and high settings to do so. We're going to go into some of the graphic settings as well once we get to it. So let's back out of this, convert our shards. And I think it's pretty cool that they do have a PC client. I don't know how many new people they're actually going to get to the game, but I think it's a cool thing to have. So let's go into our champions list, and let's go filter. Let's go filter all of our 5 stars. And then let's go filter all our 6 stars, and let's go filter all our 7 stars. And now let's filter the 4 stars, just so you guys can see like what everything looks like. The one thing I really love about the PC interface is this. You can see so much more stuff. How many times have you guys seen like a 5x3 window, a 6x3 window, maybe a 7x3 window of champions? This is 8x4, 32 champions. And it all looks clear as day. Like I'm sitting 5 feet away from my desk and everything looks perfectly clear to me. Like I can see every little detail. And it also makes getting to the bottom of the list even easier. You can see which 4 stars I don't own, which is a very small handful, maybe about 14 altogether, which is pretty impressive there. So now let's go into some other aspects. Let's go into the settings. So obviously here's where you got your account, you got your wallet for like your resources, you got your profile that you can go to, you can scroll down on everything, you can click down here to get to all your Alliance champions, your relics, all the other stuff. It's a little bit easier to navigate when you're on mobile, but the whole point of this is a different UI, and that's fine. So you got your gameplay stuff, you got your display. So like you could have, let's say 720p if you wanted, you could bring it down. Okay, here is where we're going to revert changes. That needs a little bit of work. Not perfect there. You can set the frame rate to 30 or 60, but if you're running on a 4K monitor, it even supports that. And it even supports... Actually, it doesn't support 4K. That's weird. It supports 3440 by 1440, which is a 1440p resolution. 3200 by 1800 supports 2560 by 1600. They've got all kinds of resolutions. I don't see 4K, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, 3440 by 1440 should appeal to the widescreen monitor people. And then graphics, obviously you can turn stuff down. But this is on an ROG Ally X, so you don't need like ridiculous quality for stuff. Like if you're running on any computer the graphics card, you should be able to run this at full screen. Beta features opt-in. I don't know what this is. Obviously PC client is beta, so let's go opt-in anyways, because if I make some more tutorials on PC, Hey, maybe I can be a content creator somehow. Wishful thinking. So I have my button set up where my triangle blocks, my medium is square, my light attack is X, and the right arrow, which I find super important when you're intercepting, is your medium attack. Your left is your dodge. You can also dodge with the left stick if you prefer that. Support would be if you're using strikers. Your special attack is R2. You can also block with the back shoulder buttons. And if you don't want to block with triangle, you can block with whatever you want. Now, one thing that's going to intimidate people about playing on a controller versus playing on your mobile device is the fact that you're going to have to relearn everything. Now, this shouldn't be a big deal, but I want to stress to you guys, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve when you're playing on the PC, especially for the first time, and you might not want to do like the most difficult content until you're actually comfortable. And this is where I also feel like if you're an arena grinder, Summoner Trials is pretty safe. Turns off the end of fight stacks. I don't like that. Well, technically I got the advanced mode on. We can check that though. We should be able to turn that off. I was hoping it'd be like beta in the PC. So again, you can do your standard 5-hit combos. What I'd like to do is start with a medium by doing like the right move, and then immediately press X to do your light attacks, and then hit the square to do your final medium hit, and then right away combo into the R2 for your special move. And it usually works pretty well. But you can see even the graphics on PC are just amazing. Like we were talking about like puddles, shadows in that alleyway stage. You can even see all the details in the background that are normally not there. Okay, we got parried there, that's fine. Most important thing is that you're going to have to retrain your brain. It might feel a little bit intimidating playing this for the first time, and trust me, I felt the same way. But then I decided to just grind some Summoner Trials, and you can make mistakes when you're fighting people that are weaker than you. When you're fighting people that are like 2 to 3 times your PI, that's where you can't make mistakes, and that's where you're going to feel this is intimidating. So we're going to take the toughest matchup. Now, I turned off the beta features because I'm wondering if it is the end of stats. So we're going to test that here in this little segment here. Again, if you retrain yourself, it's not as intimidating as you think it is. You are absolutely right, Calla. And I hate that screen. I'm turning that off immediately. Another like a little ghost gameplay in this little tutorial here. But yeah, generally start with the right arrow to attack into the medium, and then just have it in your head. Your second attack is going to be your light attacks, and it's pretty easy. Like, we just blew through those fights just at a regular thing. One thing that I really have to praise the PC developers for is the following feature here. Now, I wish that would click on the buttons, like, especially when you're choosing where you go, and you're not in, like, the quick mode. Alright, they want me to do Ghost next. Alright, so we're going to go to our next series. One thing I really love about the PC, how many people have spent units clicking the damn help button, accidentally clicking your portrait, thinking you clicked it, especially when you're tired, and spending units to refresh somebody. PC will automatically lock onto the help button and stop that from happening. Alright, so I was asked to use Ghost, so we're going to use Ghost. We need some synergy, so let's go see if we can find some synergy. How do you check the synergy? Here we go, triangle. Alright, so let's throw Wasp in. Can we add to team? Okay, that looks a little more difficult. You can drag them with the ally. You can't drag them normally, so that's a little bit annoying. So let's put... I think I want the hood synergy more. Oh, Ant-Man is only rank 1 anyways. Alright, well, let's do this anyway. So let's do this synergy. Once you did, okay. Let's take the class disadvantage because I don't trust. I'd probably do okay against Hercules. Hercules ain't that bad. Probably should have done it. But starts the fight invisible with Ghost Synergy, really nice. And then let's go heavy and send her to the bin. This is going to be interesting trying to play Ghost with a controller because you have to dash back, 4-hit combo, dash back in to optimally play her. And then Wasp, even you have to hold the X button to do the heavy, which is fine. You might be able to remap it to its own button. But I think it's okay. See, no problem. It's all muscle memory, you just have to retrain yourself. Again, if you're intimidated, go grind some arena and learn. Ah, ran out of stuff. Yeah. But that's the thing. Again, you're going to have to train yourself. Like, if you're used to playing Ghost from a touchpad, you still might have to learn trying to play with a controller. It's all muscle memory, and you can see the way I play Ghost is probably not the way you would play it.
Let's go. I'm telling you, like, you think, like, your brain is doing the work, but your fingers do something slightly different. But let's give this a shot anyway.
Yeah, that is something that we got a lot of feedback on during playtesting, is that fighting that many years of muscle memory can sometimes be a little bit challenging. But a lot of people, once they like put in the time to get used to the controller, they have a hard time going back.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start this one over because of muscle memory. That's exactly why I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna restart it. Muscle memory. All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one more time. One more time.
And that's okay. So let's turn these beta features off because I do not want that. I hate that. Like, I feel it takes more time than the actual regular screen, and I like the more compact one. But again, the whole reason for showcasing this video is not to say that I suck, but I want to show you guys some of the struggles that you're going to be dealing with playing with a controller versus touch until you get used to it. Now, thing is, somebody you have to watch the rucksacks for, so you can't just jump in there and bulldoze them. So now we're at 15. Okay, we actually hit 16 by mistake. That's going to be a problem. Yeah. Wow, still routed away his health though. Very nice. But see, it's still some of the struggles that PC is going to have. Like, we won that fight, but it was way sloppier than my muscle memory probably would have been using an iPad. Again, I wanted to show you guys. That way you could see what it's about. Hey, Truth got his other Twitch account back. I'm just gonna see on PC drops. Nice. We take that. Alright, so that's a little bit of arena. Let's go do some of the Thronebreaker difficulty. just to close out this video. So we're at Chapter 2, Quest 1. So I would imagine that you move by just... Oh, wow, what the hell? That's different. Alright, so let's use Corvus. Again, it's just learning. If you have like a touch device or a mouse, it might be easier to just keep it in one part to click better. Alright, again, muscle memory. Mistakes were made. I probably would have done a little bit better on iPad, but as long as you handle content somewhat, it's not too bad. I will gladly take that 200,000 gold. But again, I wish that they would default it instead of like the resource. But I guess if you want to click on like how much you have in overflow, that is kind of nice. I wish it would default like right here, the back to quest or play Dex, instead of up there. I get it. It's a minor little nitpick, but it's not that bad. But you can see all the UI is a lot more stretched out. Let's also look at special quests so you can see that up firsthand. Like, it's just a cleaner UI. So now let's go into the book select. Oh yeah, even that looks better. So storybook 2. And let's go check out a path. Let's go preview as well. And you can zoom in and zoom out like that. Yeah, I don't know if I can get used to the whole left stick. Obviously, if you're on a touchscreen like the ROG Ally, you can just drag it. I wish that they would support touchscreen, just because of the simple fact that, hey, you don't have to learn PC control. So, obviously, this is early access for PC, and I suspect things are going to get flushed out over time. But it is a beautiful interface. Please do not get intimidated by playing on PC. It really is a cool experience. Maybe save your progressing content for you're on a mobile device, but if you're doing more basic stuff like Arena or lower difficulties, you're going to be in for a wonderful time. Let me know how you guys like the PC client, and make sure you check the links in the description, not only for how to download the game, but how to become a member, because I want to do some more members-only stuff in the future. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!
I'm better than you, and you know it.